Alex Eala, Carlos Yulo vying to be 2025 PSA Athlete of the Year. Golden boy Carlos Yulo and tennis darling Alex Eala lead the major contenders vying for the 2025 Athlete of the Year in the coming Philippine Sports Writers Association Awards night. The two young stars dazzled their way in the year just past by reaching new heights in their respective fields in another memorable moments for Philippine sports. In a fitting follow-up to his historic two-gold medal romp in the 2024 Paris Olympics, Yulo, 25, reasserted his niche as among the world's top gymnasts today by copping the gold in vault during the 53rd FIG Artistic Gymnastics World Championships in Jakarta, where he also snared a bronze medal in floor exercise. Yulo was just as dominant in the continent as he also ruled the floor exercise of the Artistic Gymnastics Asian Championships in Jecheon, Korea. On top of that, the Filipino also bagged 3 bronze medals in the same tournament. Eala, 20, scored a breakthrough year by becoming the first Filipina netter to reach the top 50 in the WTA following her memorable run in the semifinals of the Miami Open in March, to winning a first-ever WTA 125 title in Mexico, and capping 2025 with the country's first tennis gold in the Southeast Asian Games in Thailand after 26 years. Their respective feats gave Philippine sports a new high, putting them in top contention for the coveted Athlete of the Year honor being handed out by the country's oldest media organization during its annual gala slated this February 2nd at the Diamond Hotel. Other contenders for PSA Athlete of the Year. Also crowding out Eala and Yulo for the year's top honor are golfer Miguel Tabuena, pool player Cheska Centeno, and swimmer Kayla Sanchez. Tabuena topped the biggest golf tournament the country ever hosted, the International Series Philippines, that featured the likes of Dustin Johnson and Patrick Reed, and won the top prize of $360,000. Centeno, on the other hand, crowned herself as the WPA Women's 10-ball world champion by beating Rubelin Amit in a thrilling all-Filipino finale. And Sanchez emerged as the most bemedaled Filipino athlete in the 33rd edition of the SEA Games by claiming 3 golds and 5 silvers for a grand total of 8 medals in her first-ever stint in the biennial showcase. Also to be handed out by the PSA are the President's Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, Executive of the Year, and National Sports Association of the Year. There are likewise major awards to be given, along with citations and special awards in the Tony Sadeo Awards and the Milo Jr. Athletes of the Year. Get more of the latest sports news and updates on spin.ph. Notice on unauthorized and unlawful use, publication, and/or dissemination of spin.ph content. Please be notified that any unauthorized and unlawful use, publication, and/or dissemination of spin.ph's content and/or materials is a direct violation of its legal and exclusive rights to the same, and shall be subject to appropriate legal action /s. Champions in their element. Alex Eala and Carlos Yulo vying for 2025 PSA Athlete of the Year. In the heart of every champion lies a story, one that twists through sweat, sacrifice, and moments that test the limits of what's possible. For 2025, 2 of the Philippines' brightest athletic stars, Alex Eala and Carlos Yulo, stand at the pinnacle of such narratives, each vying for the prestigious Philippine Sports Writers Association, PSA, Athlete of the Year honor. Their journeys, while born from different arenas, tennis courts and gymnastics mats, share a common theme, trailblazing excellence that has reshaped what Filipino athletes can achieve on the world stage. Spin.ph +1. The tennis prodigy, Alex Eala's rise to global recognition. At just 20 years old, Alex Eala has already crafted a story that transcends the typical ascent of a young athlete. Tennis is traditionally dominated by seasoned warriors of the sport, yet Eala carved her place among them with audacity and skill. In 2025 she achieved what no Filipina had done before, breaking into the top 50 of the WTA World Rankings, a milestone in itself. But numbers alone don't capture the full extent of her achievements. Eala's run to the semifinals of the Miami Open, one of the most competitive stages on the WTA Tour, put her on the global tennis map with undeniable flair. Later in the year, she claimed her first WTA 125 title in Mexico, a watershed moment validating her potential at the highest levels of the sport. Philstar.com But it was her performance at the 2025 Southeast Asian Games in Thailand that touched the hearts of Filipinos everywhere. Eala won the country's first tennis gold at the SEA Games in 26 years, a historic accomplishment that reignited national pride and underlined her growth as a world-class competitor. Philstar.com. Her story isn't one of overnight success, but of relentless determination and continual evolution. She represents a new generation of Filipino athletes who refuse to be constrained by borders or expectations. Her nomination for PSA Athlete of the Year isn't just about her ranking or medals. It's about breaking ceilings and redefining possibilities for Filipino tennis. The Golden Boy Reimagined. Carlos Yulo's Gymnastics Odyssey. If tennis's elegance and precision define one path, then gymnastics, with its blend of artistry, power, and precision, charts another. Carlos Yulo, already a household name and the country's beloved Golden Boy, has carried the Philippine flag with extraordinary distinction in this demanding sport. Following his unforgettable double gold medal performance at the 2024 Paris Olympics, Yulo entered 2025 with the weight of expectation, and he delivered once again. His performance at the 53rd FIG Artistic Gymnastics World Championships in Jakarta was nothing short of spectacular. He claimed gold in vault and added bronze in floor exercise, reaffirming his standing as a dominant force on the world stage. Philstar.com. His excellence also extended across Asia. At the Artistic Gymnastics Asian Championships in Jecheon, Korea, Yulo was not merely a participant but a champion. He ruled the floor exercise, capturing top honors and earned 3 additional bronze medals across other events, painting a picture of an athlete whose consistency and versatility define his craft. Philstar.com. But beyond the medals, Yulo's true impact lies in how he has shifted the imagination of what Filipino gymnasts, and Filipino athletes more broadly, can achieve internationally. He has forged a legacy that begins with groundbreaking achievements and extends into inspiration for a new generation of gymnasts. 2 paths, 1 summit. The quest for PSA Athlete of the Year. The PSA Athlete of the Year award is more than a trophy or title. It's an acknowledgement from the country's oldest media sports organization, one that recognizes excellence, influence, and the embodiment of national pride. It's also a reflection of how sports can unify the nation through stories of individuals who become symbols of aspiration and resilience. Eala's narrative, breaking new ground. Eala's journey captures the vibrant pulse of a young athlete on the rise. Her nomination represents potential turned into performance, a story of a Filipina stepping boldly onto tennis's global stages, defeating top-ranked competitors, and setting new benchmarks for Filipino athletes in racket sports. Her victories resonate far beyond points and titles. They signify a new chapter for Philippine tennis that fans and aspiring players can embrace.